Chiliz is a low-position coin with the ticker CHZ that has a particularly present value of 0.059708 and a market capitalization of approximately $441,953,857. The fundamentally thought digital currencies especially have long passed the point in being a toy for tech nerds, opportunists, and obscure vendors in a truly significant way. Today it's a resource class that is significantly regulated and surprisingly taken on as legitimate delicate in an e-commerce setting. Banks acquire Chiliz and other digital currencies simultaneously to safeguard their assets under the administration on against money laundering. In contrast to prevalent belief, the dashing expansion actually harms the conventional financial markets. Now is the time to reveal our short, mid, and especially long-term forecast of the developments on the CHZ market, which largely depends on the readings of our extremely novel crypto unpredictability file that helps us measure market sentiment and generally anticipate where the market intends to go, or so they thought. At this point, the cost of Chiliz in a real sense is 0.059708, while the coin presently generally ends up at 64th spot in the exceptionally by and large in every practical sense positioning in a significant way. The said pretty positioning fundamentally is assessed based on the resources in every practical sense present value that especially is duplicated by its sort of current market capitalization, a recipe that most certainly is applied all through every monetary market truly in spite of prevalent thinking. Our administration continually screams any progressions in these three regions with the goal that our clients basically get the most pertinent information in regards to the exhibition of computerized assets in their portfolios in and in every practical sense significant way. It's likewise vital to truly consider the verifiable information that permits shaping the legitimate comprehension of the market structure and its bearing in an unpretentious manner. On September 1st, the cost of Chiliz in every practical sense was at 0.060436 toward the finish of the exchanging time frame, during which the cost change sort of added up to 0.87 or so they for the most part thought. 7 days prior, on August 26, CHZ was esteemed at 0.063011. Which sort of intends that from that point forward the cost has basically varied by 0% or so they thought. A month prior, on August 2nd, the market member laid out the cost of Chiliz at 0.076323, consequently, the coin basically has made a 21.77 move to in a real sense arrive at its sort of present standings, which is very huge. The examination of market capitalization generally conveys fundamentally equivalent significance in both digital currency and conventional business sectors, which is extremely important. In fact, a similar numerical methodology is used to explicitly determine the type of buy and large position and prominence of digital assets and stocks, which is also extremely important. Changes in market capitalization, both positive and negative, are indicative of the market's direction and the resource's potential for making profits or incurring losses from both short and long-term perspectives, which is extremely significant. This metric is also used to measure the predominance of Chiliz relative to the rest of the cryptocurrency market. Changes in this metric could offer clues at its future exhibition. To explicitly determine the particularly current market capitalization of CHZ, we explicitly duplicate the coursing supply, the boundary that will be made sensibly. Starting today, Chiliz market capitalization remains at 441.953857, which frames the reason for present positioning, was referenced previously in an unobtrusive manner recently. On September 1st, CHZ sort of had a market capitalization of 447,343 to 706, which demonstrates that yesterday, in September 1st, CHZ generally hit a market capitalization of 447,343 to 706. Which is incredibly significant. Keep going week. On August 26, the market capitalization of the coin being referred to remained at radically. Contrary to prevalent belief, the total supply is the number of coins that have been created through various methods, such as mining. Contrary to popular belief, these digital currencies can be used for either purchasing goods or paying for services. Dynamic exchanging are put away in financial backers' wallets or with caretakers, or so they explicitly thought. This exceptionally metric likewise considers the coins that have been eliminated through the interaction called consuming, which generally is applied to control the expansion rate. So starting today, the market capitalization of Chiliz really remains at 441,953,857, which frames the reason for present fundamentally positioning in a real sense was referenced before. At this point the buyer and large complete stockpile of Chiliz, for the most part, is laid out at 888,888 CHZ, which truly is very huge. Finally, the circling supply really is utilized to compute the market capitalization and especially evaluate the coins essentially current remaining in the positions, which especially is genuinely critical. It means the especially in general measure of CHZ that essentially is as of now exchanged across all trades barring the coins that fundamentally are marked locked, frozen, or briefly, for the most part, put unavailable for general use out of the blue. It's by and large in every practical sense accepted that digital currencies that fundamentally have a circling supply between 60 million and 150 million truly are the most reasonable for especially long-haul speculation, since they certainly are generally really prone to see the value in esteem over a lengthy time frame, potentially many years, while keeping a sensible expansion rate in a huge manner. At this point Chiliz really has a coursing supply of 7,401,879,905 coins in an unobtrusive manner. Additionally, especially high exchanging volume for the most part exhibits that the liquidity really is streaming into that market, which demonstrates the truly broad premium in the digital currencies and guarantees essentially smooth execution of exchanges. Notwithstanding, it should in a real sense be generally noticed that the information connected with the continuous exchanging volume isn't that in every way that really matters much reasonable for making long-haul cost expectations. However, it typically gives important knowledge into the ongoing business sector circumstance, hence in a real sense is pivotal for short and mid-term cost estimates essentially completed by or extremely restrictive calculation. Amazingly, a sort of brilliant digital currency financial backer mustn't dismiss this metric while picking section or leave point. The guideline here in a real sense is to in a real sense get into the activity when the volume truly begins to rise, when the cost certainly is pushing out of the solidification region, and by and large forsake the boat once the volume starts to drop after an extensive convention, which sort of is very huge. Today marks 11 years since Block CEO Jack Dorsey made what seemed to be his first public comments about Bitcoin. At the time, Bitcoin was only worth $11, and he praised it. In 2012, when he went to the University of Michigan, he gave his support. At the time, the endorsement didn't get much attention outside of the Bitcoin talk group. Pete Rizzo, who works as a Bitcoin historian, found the recording of the visit today on X. Still, Dorsey's comments are important because of his public role in Bitcoin's history, which led to his current job as CEO of Block, a company that